Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Batrisha and my metric number is 306,900. Today I will be explaining about activity-based costing or ABC, which is a method used to allocate overhead costs more precisely than traditional costing method. This is especially useful in public sector organization, where overheads will make up a large part of service costs. ABC will help in identifying the real cost of activities and making budgeting more accurate. It will align with the new public management and PM reform, which aim to improve government as efficiency by using private sector. Next is benefit observed. After implementing ABC, AGD experienced several benefits, which is first, ABC provide more accurate and detailed cost data. It allows costs to be broken down by activity, leading to better expenses tracking. And second, it will help the department compare costs across branches for the same output. So they will make it easier to spot which branches were more efficient using evidence-based evaluation. Lastly, ABC will help identify underutilized resource which could improve overall efficiency and help on boost performance. Now, let's talk about some of the challenges faced in implementing the ABC systems at AGD. First, AGD handles a wide range of public finance activities, from payroll and government loans to financial statement and IT systems. Because of this complexity, the designing the ABC system was very difficult. So second, the ABC system experienced frequent errors and was not very user-friendly. Staff could not make adjustments directly in the system and had to rely on IT support, which will took additional time. And lastly, there was a lack of commitment from some staff members. Some were unwilling or unmotivated to use the system efficiently, which could cause delays in submitting ABC reports from certain branches. In summary, activity-based costing or ABC is a useful tool for the public sector, but its success depends heavily on proper planning, training, and leadership support. The system will help AGD to compare performance and spending efficiency across branches and increase the awareness of cost origins and ways to improve efficiency. However, To unlock ABC's full potential, staff need throughout training to understand why ABC matters and how to operate the system properly. Public agencies also need to invest more in ongoing training and external support to maximize the benefit of using ABC.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Najat Huda binti Abdul Razak with my number matric 206948. Today I am going to talk about application of activity-based costing or ABC in the public sector. ABC is a modern costing method that helps public organizations track their costs more accurately. In many public agencies, traditional costing methods tend to allocate expenses in a general way, often spreading costs evenly across departments or services without considering the actual activity driving costs. This can lead to misleading information about how resources are really used. ABC changes this by focusing on the activities that consume resources. It identifies all the key activities within an organization and traces the cost directly to those activities based on the actual resources they use, such as staff time, material, or equipment. This allows organizations to understand exactly how much it costs to deliver a specific service. For example, imagine a local government office processing building permits. Traditional costing might simply divide all office expenses by the number of services offered. But with ABC, the government can track how much the staff time is spent reviewing application, how many the inspection are needed, and the cost of the material used specifically for this task. By assigning costs accurately, manager can see the true expense of the service. This detailed and accurate cost information support better decision making. Public managers can identify which services are more costly and decide how to allocate their budget more efficiently. They can also support activities that may be consuming resources unnecessarily. Besides helping with budgeting, ABC improves transparency and accountability. It allows government agencies to clearly explain to taxpayers where their money is going by linking expenditure directly to services and activities. This transparency helps build public trust, showing that funds are being managed responsibly. One major benefit is improved efficiency. By analyzing the cost of each activity, public organizations can identify those that consume a lot of resources but add a little or not value to the service. When identified, this activity can be improved or eliminated, helping save time and reduce costs. For example, a public health department might discover through EMC that certain administrative paperwork takes a lot of staff time but doesn't improve patient outcome. With this insight, they can simplify or automate the paperwork process, freeing up staff to focus on direct patient care. ABC also support better budget planning with detailed and accurate cost information. Organizations can create realistic budget that reflect the actual resources needed. This helps avoid overspending on some services while underfunding others and leading to a more balanced and efficient allocation of limited public funds. Finally, ABC promotes accountability. Public agencies can clearly demonstrate to citizens and stakeholders how funds are spent, increasing transparency and trust. For instance, a city council using ABC can provide exact figure on how much was spent on road repair compared to administrative costs, showing responsible financial management. In summary, ABC is a valuable tool for public sector organizations. It provides accurate cost information, support effective decision making, improve efficiency, enhance budget planning, and foster transparency and accountability. By adopting ABC, public agencies can better manage public funds and deliver high quality services to their community. However, ABC also comes with challenges. It requires detailed data collection and analysis, which can be resource intensive. It also needs strong commitment from management and proper training for staff successfully apply ABC principles. In summary, ABC is a valuable tool that provides accurate cost information, support effective decision making, and promote transparency and accountability in public sector organizations. By adopting ABC, public agencies can better manage funds and improve the quality and services delivered to the public. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Siti Mira and my metric number is 306910. Today I will talk about how activity-based costing or ABC was introduced and used at a Malaysian public university and what important insight the university gained from this process. The university faced so many challenges in managing its finances because it supports a wide range of activities. These include teaching courses, running laboratories, conducting research, and handling administrative tasks. Each of these use different amount of resources, such as staff time, equipment, and materials. Before using ABC, the university used simple method to spread expenses evenly or estimate costs roughly. This method often gives an inaccurate picture of each activity cost. Since public universities receive much of their funding from the government, they have a responsibility to use this money carefully and transparently. They must show the government and public that funds are used efficiently to provide a quality education and research. This study aimed to introduce ABC into the university's financial system to get a clearer and more accurate understanding of costs. The study aimed to see how ABC could help improve budgeting, resource allocation, and financial accountability. This is important because when budgets are tight and the demand for quality education grows, university leaders need accurate cost information to make good decisions. So because of this new insight, university managers could make a better decision. They could identify which program or activities need more funding and which use less money than expected. This means the university could plan its budget more carefully and spend money where it would make the most difference for students and research. The ABC data also help the university provide clearer report to the government and other stakeholders. This improves trust and make budget discussion easier. The university could also find ways to save money by fixing inefficient or costly activity. In summary, using ABC gave the university a better understanding of its real costs. It helped with smarter budgeting, clearer spending report, and improved decision making. Though ABC took time and effort to implement, the benefits are important. The study recommends that more universities in Malaysia use ABC to improve financial management and accountability. Thank you for listening. To start using ABC, the university first identified the important activities that use money and resources, such as teaching classes, running lab, research project, and office work. Next, they figure out what courses cost in each activity. These include staff hours, equipment used, and material consumed. They collected this information by survey staff, tracking how time was spent and observing resources used. The university also trained staff to understand what and use ABC properly. At first, there are some difficulties like capturing accurate data and adapting to the new system, but the process gave the university useful insight. For example, ABC showed that some courses, especially those involving lab work, cost a lot more than the old costing method showed. It also uncovered hidden costs in maintenance and IT support, which were not noticed before. This helped the university see clearly where money was really going.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Danish bin Rozani and my metric number is 307738. Today I will be presenting on the topic of challenges in implementing activity-based costing, which is ABC, and the strategies used to overcome those challenges. This presentation based on the article titled The Implementation of Activity-Based Costing in the Accountant General Department of Malaysia. The study explored how the Malaysian Government Accounting Department adopt ABC to improve cost efficiency and the real issue they encounter along the way, as well as how they solve them. Now, let's look at the key challenges that arose during the implementation of the ABC system in the Accountant General Department, or AGD. We can group this into two broad categories: technical challenge and behavior or organization challenge. First of all, technical challenge. First, the technical side. One of the biggest hurdles was complexity of mapping activities. AGD has multiple divisions and branches, each offering different types of financial service. Identifying and categorizing all the activity, cost drivers, and output unit was extremely time-consuming and difficult. Another issue was with the system design itself. The ABC system was initially embedded in the GFMAS platform, but when the first launched in 2009, it had significant technical error. The output reports were inaccurate, and there were the major problem in data integration. Also, the system was not user-friendly. The staff could not easily make adjustments themselves and had to rely on IT support for simple changes. This made the entire process inefficient and frustrating for users. Second, behavioral and organization challenges. Now, on the behavioral challenges, which were just as serious. One key issue was a low staff commitment, especially at the branch level. Staff were often late in submitting the ABC reports. Some were unfamiliar with the system, and others simply didn't see its value. That's led to another point, a lack of understanding. Even after training, many users didn't fully grasp the ABC model. For example, the struggle to connect cost driver to activity or interpret costing report accurately. They were also resistant to a change. Many staff were used to the older MAS system but was manual but familiar. The new ABC model felt more complicated and demanding, especially without clear incentive or strong top-down communication. As a result, ABC data was often underused and the system risked becoming compliance burden rather than a strategic tool. In short, the GD experience showed the technical system development alone is not enough. Without a clear communication, skilled staff, and strong support structure, even the most advanced system can fail to deliver their full potential. After facing both technical and behavioral challenges, the Accountant General Department of Malaysia implemented several strategies to overcome the obstacle and ensure the success of the ABC system. First of all, technical strategies. Let's start with technical strategy side. AGD worked closely with external consultants to redesign the ABC system after the failed launch in 2009. They fixed error, improved the data flow, and prepared the system for full rollout by 2012. To support the consistency, they create a detailed dictionary of activity and outputs. This serves as a standardized reference for all divisions and branches, reducing confusion and improving data quality. They also established a dedicated ABC steering committee supported by IT division to provide continuous technical support, troubleshoot issues, and monitor progress. Organizational and behavior strategies. On the organizational side, AGD conduct ongoing training program for both system users and managers. This session help users understand ABC concept and how to operate the system effectively. They also improve communication, Regular monthly and quarterly reports were compiled to promote internal benchmarking between branches. Branches with higher costs were asked to justify their performance. This encouraged accountability and learning. Additionally, members of steering committee visited branches in person to support the implementation and provide hands-on guidance. Although some resistance remains, this effort gradually improved engagement and data quality across the organization. And finally, improve the system usability so staff can operate it independently without always needing IT support. These strategies show that technical fits must go hand in hand with staff training and strong leadership and cultural changes. ABC isn't just a costing tool, it is a management shift.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Rushadi Beroslan and number matrix 306937. In this segment, I will explain how activity-based costing, or well known as ABC, is applied in the public sector. Based on a case study from a research article titled Activity-Based Costing in the Public Sector by Bazakidis, Karagianis and Sialta. This article focused on how ABC was implemented in a government department in Greece, and it offers practical insights that are also relevant to the Malaysia context. The main objective of the study was to explore whether ABC could be effectively applied in the public sector organisation to improve cost accuracy and resource management. The researcher wanted to test ABC in real life government environment and measure how it affects decision making and service delivery. So, the implementation of ABC began with identifying all major activities carried out by the government department. These activities were like issuing permits, handling citizen complaints, and maintaining public infrastructure. Then, cost drivers such as time, personnel, or materials were assigned to each activity. Instead of allocating costs based on broad categories like traditional budgeting does, ABC traced actual resource uses for each task. This allowed the department to clearly see how much each service was costing them. So, there were several key findings from the study. First, to improve the cost visibility, ABC gave the department detailed insight into which services were using the most resources. Second, to make a better decision making. With more accurate costing data, the department could make informed decision about budgeting and resource allocation. The third, operational improvement. ABC helped identify inefficient processes and areas where costs could be reduced without affecting service quality. However, the researcher also noted some challenges like staff resistance to a new method, lack of expertise in ABC, and difficulties in adapting to a performance-oriented culture. So, what is the relevance to our Malaysia public sector? Although this case study was from a Greek government department, these lessons are highly relevant for us in Malaysia. Many of the issues that find such as inefficient resource allocation, lack of transparency and budgeting constraints are also challenges were often faced by our own public sector in Malaysia. ABC can help public sector agency in Malaysia like local government, hospitals and public university understand their true cost of delivering each type of public service, become more efficient and justify funding needs with evidence-based data. ABC also provide a more accurate way to allocate costs to service instead of just dividing the budget equally or using rough estimates. The study show that ABC is not just for the private sector, but it can also work in the public sector, especially in Malaysia, if the implementation is properly planned, supported by leadership and accompanied by staff training. So, what we can conclude from this article? This article clearly demonstrates that activity-based costing, or well known as ABC, can be a powerful tool in the public sector, while there are implementation challenges and also a benefit like transparency, improved budgeting, and operational efficiency. Also, it will make it best for Malaysian government agency and public institution. So, thank you.